they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Mayegun don't come. So my people make you laugh. Oh yo yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh yo yo, my people make you shout. Oh yo yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh yo yo, Mayegun the command of the masses. Oh yo yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh yo yo, Mayegun diary political.
Hello there.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀, làmọ̀ tó dodo. Mayegun làwa mọ̀, làmọ̀ tó dodo.
Good morning to you once again. Good afternoon to you and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. It is Mayegun live.
Àṣírí ọ̀dẹ̀lú kì í kó níbẹ̀ o.
I don't know if some of you have indeed been following the developments in the Nigerian Senate, especially today.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rà kì í.
Thank you so much for joining me once again. Like I said, please read the caption of the broadcast, the description of the broadcast. Hear it. Like the broadcast. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them, Mayegun today.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Ijó ìgbádùn yẹn. Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Presido bá wí sí o. Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í.
When that senator raised the alarm of padded budgets, some of their hired arms have been trying to twist it. But we are beginning to get details of the padded budget and the following actions, especially from Akpabiole.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Gómìnà kówó jẹ. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí fa. Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Thank you so much.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í.
I also have tonight for you the collection of Asari Doku dumped lamentations.
Pẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í.
Motide. So, thank you so much for joining me once again, and to every one of you joining as well. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you. I bring to you tonight news that you can call mixed. So we are going to take them in part. When these rogues in Nigeria who continue to tell you to give Tifnumbu time are busy depleting the resources, the money, whatever it is that they could lay their hands on, all for themselves. The rest of you continue to wait. I mean, those who are waiting. However, today, the shit hit the fan. None of this, by the way, is in your own interest too. Enjoy the drama and stop telling yourself or lying to yourself that there is actually any dint of hope for Nigeria. Every day or every night that you join Mayegun on Mayegun's Diary Political, like I told you this afternoon, I am just that your conscience. I am that your subconscious mind, inner you. That voice that will continue to tell you that you are the enabler, the ones that keep spreading the false hope that maybe Nigeria will work. But there is a voice inside you that will never stop reminding you, are you sure? I don't think this will work. That voice mostly is the voice of Mayegun, the GO of the Temple of Truth, this medium that you are currently plugged into. I am that voice that will continue to show to you why Nigeria is not working. It will never work. And as you are hoping on, you should also be reminded that your lives, your blood, are the only fuel that they are using to hold this contraption together. The day you take ownership of your own life, your decisions, your thoughts, your choices, your actions, you will begin, once you begin to value and place value on yourself, that you only have one life, using that to serve people, the overfed, entitled pigs who don't give a damn about you, is never worth it. That is why you are on Mayegun's Diary Political every day. As much as the entire, what you see out there are so overwhelming, there are those of us that have been conditioned to believe that it will get better or something is going to happen that will change our story. And if our own life is better, then the world is better. It is only on Mayegun's Diary Political that you will be reminded that there is no distance between you and the consequences of what is going on in Nigeria. Even if you are living in Pluto, you will still be affected. So, if you are building hope for Nigeria, like so many people who are manufacturing falsehood to deceive you and make you believe that this is just a face, this is not a face, this is the reality, this is what they want you, this is the world they have created for you. It is now up to you. If you continue to build hope on falsehood, something that you are imagining, ignoring the happenings now, that will be up to you. You won't really have to blame anybody, I believe. And on Mayegun's Diary Political, the criminals ruining Nigeria, they continue to give me every reason, 1,000,001 reason, to continue to come back here every day to remind you. As they are convincing you that you will get hope someday, I am here to remind you that their actions, none of their action is actually pointing towards what they are saying. So where is that your false hope is coming from? From faith, Abi, from religion, or from what? That too, we have demystified that on Mayegun's Diary Political. Everyone now knows that their religion is their religion, which is their faith. That will never be an excuse for incompetent, corrupt criminals that are deliberately destroying Nigeria just to buy themselves and their families whatever world or better life they call it. Now, nobody can use religion to deceive you that you must have faith, like the people of Israel Even the people of Israel today, that some of you are reading about and you are clinging your faith on somehow, they themselves are not praying for anyone to come and defend them. They are inventing different defense mechanism to defend themselves against the physical war, which is what you are witnessing. Economic war, which is what you are witnessing. It is only on Mayegun's diary political. You will understand that your religion has nothing to do with the success or failure of the criminals in charge of Nigeria, because everything happening in Nigeria is man-made. On this platform, many have been delivered of the lies that the reason why they are poor, or the reason why they have been facing all this kind of economic and other hardship is because of their sins. A lot of people have been delivered of that here. Now, not many are offended anymore on this platform, because a lot have received the deliverance from the political, businessmen that you call the pastorpreneurs, who are working hand in hand with your criminal politicians. So therefore, nobody can put a wool over your eyes anymore by using religion. That doesn't mean that we still don't have some stray dogs, stray wearies that will still come around, because they have been permanently damaged. To them, they are soldiers of God. They will fight and die defending God. But when it comes to their own real problems, then they will kneel down and they will look to the sky, call on their sky daddy to come and help them fix electricity, fix healthcare, provide education, fix their roads, touch the heart of their criminal leaders that they, mostly intentionally, foist on themselves. Do you see the irony? So we see some stray dogs who are like the Attorney General of Hellfire, the protector of the gate of hell, those who knows, the keeper of the register of those who are going to heaven and those who are going to hell, Nigerians. So we are delivering people, but we know a lot who are still having some conflict inside of them. Talk about ethnic bigotry, religious fanaticism, tribal jingoism, and all that. We have done our best to deliver a lot of people too. So every day you tune in onto Mayegun's Diary Political, every day you see this face. Look at this face very well. This is the face, and hear this voice very well. That is the voice that will be speaking inside you, reminding you, somebody said this country can't work. And I don't think it's because the person hates this country, because the real people who hate Nigeria are those that Nigeria gave everything. And what did they give you back? Poverty, unemployment, corruption, insecurity. That's what they gave you back. They are the enemies of Nigeria, your real enemy. And that is why you are watching this. Mayegun, I am the face that will keep showing up in your dreams, reminding you. That person said Nigeria cannot work. And he is always very consistent, showing us every day that the actions of the criminals in Nigeria, from your local government chairman to your president, what they say is not what they do. Now, what they say sounds good to all the time, but what they do hurts you and millions of you, including children, every day. And I, Mayegun, will continue to remind you until you give up. Because you have to give up before you give up your life. You have to give up that mindset that you are continuing to sort of repeat every day, no matter what. Nigeria is going to succeed. Nigeria is going to be great. Yet, the people that continue to undermine her, sabotage her, destroy her, they are the same people that are telling you they are the one trying to make Nigeria better. How can Nigeria be better when the job of all the rogues that are well paid, their job is to make sure that Nigeria remain bellicose, belly flat on the ground, and Nigerians as what? Scavengers, like refugees all over the world. So is that not contradictory? You are praying for a great country. You are supporting criminals. You are praying for them. The criminals are hell-bent in destroying Nigeria, and they are doing that successfully. And you're not contradicting yourself. So let's go to their Senate president. Their Senate. This man raised an alarm. He's one of them. And let me tell you something, by the way. Inside the Nigerian Senate, you have other political parties. Labour Party, APGA, PDP, who else? SDP. In the House of Representatives, you have Labour parties. You Labour Party members. You have all of them. But there is something they just told me. They said the criminals, the lawbreakers that you call the lawmakers, bunch of career criminals, they actually have an unwritten code. Whatever you see inside the National Assembly remains with you to death, especially if that has to do with money or budget. Because the way it is framed and structured, now everybody go chop from the padded accounts to the padded amount to their budget. So why are you trying to raise alarm? Why are you trying to sound like you are a saint? Whether you wanted it or not, this money is also going to touch your hand too. So if you raise an alarm, what they will do to you is they will suspend you. First, if they are nice with you, they will suspend you for 3 months. But if they really want to deal with you, they will suspend you indefinitely. Now, here is what suspension means. You see all that free money they are sharing, kobo, go collect. The salary, they are take home over 40 million naira or 50 million naira that a senator takes home. Like the way they arrange it to. You will not collect shishi. Your office will be locked. All of your hallelujah boys, I'm talking about your social media vuvuzela that you call personal assistants, PA, senators and PA to senator, PA on youth, PA on this, PA on that. All of them will have to take a break. They will also not be paid salary for that period. So now it is now left to you. Do you want to be a whistleblower? Or do you just want to sit down and chop? And follow the table manners? Say there's something called table manners. Whenever you are eating, you don't talk. Many obedient were asking their own senators and reps. So, all of you are not hearing this noise that they spent 57 billion naira to buy cars for all of you after removing subsidy. All of you Labour Party people, you collected the money, you collected the car, you collect the car. Graveyard silence. 160 million naira car per senator. 160 million naira car per rep member. There is yet to be any single one of them that has returned his own car or our own car. You don't talk when you are eating. Do you understand? Now people will then come out their hand from the food. Now them they scream, cheating, oh, cheating, oh, cheating, oh. That's why when this guy raised an alarm, to them is the tradition. Why are you raising alarm? What is wrong with you? Why are you raising alarm about this whole thing that is normal? The guy said the budget that they debated and approved is not the one that Tinubu signed. The one that Tinubu signed has over 3 trillion, nearly 4 trillion naira for duplication of projects. Many of them, they don't even exist. And the first person to respond was Ezibida Long Throats. Bayo Onofunuga. It was the first, and he quickly accused the guy of promoting an agenda, a northern agenda against Tifnumbu's government. So the guy doubled down and he said he should be arrested. He should be prosecuted. He should be suspended. So let's go back to when the drama started escalating. This was yesterday when Ningi, 2 days ago, when Ningi was said to have granted an interview in Hausa. And in that interview, he said the budget, 2024 budget, that Tifnumbu signed does not favor the northern Nigeria. In fact, there is an added 3.7 trillion naira by some people, okay? And the projects, they don't even exist at all, okay? So, and that was the interview that Tifnumbu's people heard and they responded to. And they started calling for the removal of the suspension of the guy or even his dismissal. The next one now, APC or whatever his party is, they will do, if he's a member of APC, they will chase him out. He's from Bauchi. I think it's PDP. Anyway, let's take this on. This is the message.
Ina ganin Bola Ahmed Tinubu bai fahimci wannan kasar din sosai ba, kuma bai fahimci wahalar mulki na kasa irin Najeriya nan ba. Wataƙil ya da nasa tunanin akan me mulki. To amma ba na ganin laifinsa da yawa saboda lokacin da yake neman shugabanci ba wani alkawari da yi tsakaninsa da mutane. Kawai mutane sun rufe ido ne sun zaɓe shi wataƙil saboda ya goyi bayan Buhari a lokacin da Buhari yake neman shugabanci. Wasu kuma suna ganin ai musulmi ne saboda haka a goyi bayansa ko zai iya ko ba zai iya ba. Kusan wata uku zan gaya ma Buhari mun fidda kuɗi ana mana binciken budget nan layi bayan layi. Mun ga munanan taɓargaza ba wai kawai aka yi wa arewa ba, taɓargaza da aka yi wa Najeriya akan wannan kasafin kuɗi. Ya kamata a ce mun yi zama da shi Senate President mun nuna mar kaɗan da abubuwan da muka gani. Nufinmu
waɗanda ba za ku yarda da su ba kenan?
Waɗanda ba mu yarda da su ba, kuma ba za mu yarda da su ba, kuma ba ma so a ci gaba da ɓadda kuɗi akan wayannan abubuwan saboda budget ɗin da aka yi bayan wanda majalisa ta zo ta yi a fili an koma an yi wani budget a ƙarƙashin ƙasa.
Kamar an yi cushe kenan a ciki?
Ya fi ƙarfin cushe. Kamar an ce an yi budget na triliyan 28 misali kenan. Amma mu da muka ƙididdige sai muka ga budget ɗin nan wajen kusan triliyan 25 ne, so kaga akwai triliyan 3 a ina suke, ina za a kai. To wannan muna bi kuma akwai abubuwan da yawa tunda report ne da ya kamata za mu yi mu tattauna har kansa shi shugaban kasan sai mun kai mar wayannan report da abubuwan mu nuna mar ka sani ne in baka sani ba gashi to mun kawo ma abin da baka sani ba idan ma baka sani ba to abin ya fito fili yan Najeriya sun sani wani irin mataki za ka dauka kan mutanen.
So according to him on BBC Hausa, where he granted that interview, he said Tifnumbu presented 28 trillion naira budget. However, when they scrutinized it, they discovered that it was actually 25 trillion naira budget. Because some of, extra 3 trillion are projects that nobody can actually trace where they are to be situated. So he now said they plan on going to go and meet Kolu because he wants to believe that maybe Kolu is not even aware, so that Kolu can act on it and block that 3.7 trillion from getting into the hands of those who plotted it. And many of you didn't even know. As they tell you, say, make you they wait for palliative. Some senators, before they approved the 2024 budget, Tifnumbu had to bribe them with 500 million naira. 500 million. Now, one of them dropped the bombshell today. Wala can't start, but we'll get to that part. So yesterday, when this became a thing, so the guy, that is the senator, now said, well, he's not afraid of being, suspended. All he tried to do is to point out an infraction, and he didn't know they are going to come for him or target him. Sure, you get now. So he said this yesterday.
And I also said, In the course of our perusing the budget, which Onanuga seems to have dwelt on, I say we have established very reasonable doubt about 25 trillion so far has nexus in the budget. That means there is money, and then there is project, and then there is location. Money, project, location. But we are yet to ascertain 3 trillion of that budget. We have established the 3 trillion in the budget. We have not established its location and the place. The intention of the northern senators as regards to the budgetary allocation was to meet the Senate President with our findings and subsequently meet President Bola Ahmed Tinubu with our findings. So if one is questioning our desire to relate with Bola Tinubu, how will I say that the findings of the Northern Senator Forum will go to the Senate President and then to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the President and Commander-in-Chief? And you could see, I switched off all my handset this morning. I don't want any Northern Senator to come here. If it is a cross I have to carry, I'll carry it. I'm not afraid of anything. Anything. I believe in one God, and I believe power is transient. I'm not scared of any issue like suspension. I've been out of the Senate for 8 years. And people had to force me back. It's not an issue. Some of our friends were removed by tribunals. They're living their lives. If because I say what I will say, if because I said what I said, then I'll be suspended. So please be it. It will be an honor. And for me to be suspended by whatever body. The interview I had with BBC was never an interview for Northern Senators Forum. It was an interview for myself. I don't want people to castigate them. I want people to castigate me as a leader. I want to make sure that I shield. I want to make sure whatever happens, let it happen to me. And that's why I said, please, shut my phones. I will address the press on this matter. And I also...
S. Dot. Thank you very much for your super chats. Again, somebody has shown their generosity at the early minutes of the show. So thank you very much. So I'm going to just read that. Is it that he did not get his portion of the national cake and he is now vindictive? Yes. Or even he, a senator, is disgusted with the wastage? Yes, as well. Let me explain what I think, because you are right both ways, okay? When Bokwari was there, or things like this, okay, are dealt with as, why must you say something? But something happened under Bokwari too. That was when Jubrin or so, this guy, Abdulmumini Jubrin from Kano, it was the guy who raised the alarm of a budget padding back in 2017 or 2016. It was during the Bukola Saraki time, and Dogara speaker, Saraki Senate president. So he accused Dogara and others, and he gave press conference. He released all the details. Being a member of the committees that saw all of the whole thing, where over 2 trillion naira was padded into Bokwari's budget then. Do you know what happened? His colleagues, including the member of his own committee that was addressing the press, they suspended him. So he started begging, frustrating. It got so bad that it was also he was actually suspended from APC too. And they were the new guys who was trying to say they were doing change, because they felt like Bokwari was coming to fight corruption anyway. So the bottom line is this. Some believe that since it is the turn of Emilokan under Bokwari then, some of those padded budgets, they were located in the north, even though they were not located in the north. But they were supposed to be for the north. Okay? They don't exist, but they are like for the north. So which means it was exchanged among them. They all enjoy them. This is the turn of Emilokan. This senator has discovered that most of those contracts that they have put up, the padded ones, they are going to the pocket of the southern Emilokans. Tifnumbu and his gang, Akpabioli and his people. And when they look at the ones that are coming to their side, out of the 3-point-something trillion, it's like, put it this way, let's say they padded the budget with about 4 or 5 trillion in total, okay? And out of the 5 trillion, northern senators and House of Representatives, they will get 1.2 trillion, okay? From that padded fake budget that they are reading to people every year. Then the southern ones, the southern senators, reps, those ones are going to get 3.8 trillion from that budget, from that padded budget. You don't say normal. Senator from the north go be like, which kind of cheating be this? What is wrong with these people? All the offices, they are taking all the offices. Even here, where we all of us did, where we are the majority, these people are still taking all the chunk of it. You get what I mean? So the answer to your question is yes. Okay? He did not get his portion or enough portion of the national cake in this budget, which is yes. Also, he's also disgusted with the wastage that under Bokwari na like 2 trillion, 2.5 with the steal. Under you people, now don't pardon with about 7 trillion or maybe 8 trillion, because most of it, the reason why you don't see any success in their budget is because they are only budgeting for themselves, not for you. Now let us continue. So this morning, so the kasala don't blow everywhere don't scatter. So today, we have to discuss it. So the guy spoke at the Senate, inside the Senate today. Here.
I have never issued out a statement of this nature to anybody, anywhere, and anytime. And I want members of this Senate to record it. This is a fake contribution that was forwarded. I do not know the author of this. Having listened to the House of Virgin read out by Senator Ray, have you discovered any of this proposition? No. You have discovered one issue that pertains to the budget, and that is the issue of 28 trillion versus 25 trillion. I have never.
So he repeated himself. Then the whole place scattered. No, we should. Yeah. Another senator raised his hand. Order. Akpabio did there. Ogbologbo Akpabio. He did there like this. He wasn't using his glasses. He was using his eyes like that. Now the new senator that rose up was like, why are we all pretending here? As if to say we don't know what Senator Ningi is talking about. So why are we pretending? Some of you will sit down here, no collect 500 million naira on top this issue of budget or no budget. Another round of wahala. Today, here.
Distinguished colleagues, thank you, Mr. Chairman, for yielding the floor to me. I thought when the Chairman of Appropriations spoke, it was as clear as crystals that there was a misunderstanding of the figures. When he came up with the GOEs and all the agencies on first line charge, there is no difference between the figure he reeled out and the figure purported to be padded. I thought with that matter would have been rested by Senator Ningi, saying that this 3-point-something trillion was not part of the budgetary provisions printed out for us. That would have settled this matter. We are going forth and back on these issues and coming up with issues of the budget and individual issues concerning what came to our various constituencies. If we want to go into those issues, all of us are culpable. Some senators here, so-called senior senators, got 500 million each. I am a ranking senator, I didn't get. Did I go to the press? Most of you got. And yes, if we want to go into those issues, excuse me, if we want to go into those issues, yes. So I think that Senator Ningi,
Just like, let me change my Bible. Maybe I should change this Bible now. I think this is the stoppage, right?
That is my position.
The 500.
Wahala now, you see the wahala. No. Quite all right. Point of order. Million pro.
Okay, it's Abdul Malik that is right.
Yes, I'm recording for him.
No, I paused this one.
I have not finished. I have the floor. I have the floor. Mr. President, sitting as chair, I still have the floor. Let us watch our dirty linen in public.
You're watching live plenary proceedings.
Of our grading leaders. Oh, Thunder, where are you? This is the time you are supposed to strike, so that you eliminate all of them, so that you have peace in our nation. Or join them in one aeroplane, so that it will crash land in the course of their adjournment. Furthermore, our security agents, i.e., the police and of our grading leaders. Oh, Thunder, where are you? This is the time you are supposed to strike, so that you eliminate all of them, so that you have peace in our nation. Or join them in one aeroplane, so that it will crash land in the course of their adjournment. Furthermore, our security agents, i.e.
Thank you, Jerry son. Thank you. Thunder, oh Thunder, where are you? This is the time you are supposed to strike. The moment the guy dropped, some of you collected 500 million. I'm a senior colleague. I did not get 500 million. But he switched off his microphone. The guy was talking. We no longer heard him. Towards the end, did you hear the part where he said, now let us watch all our